Hello, everyone. So I will start this live session all over again because the internet connection is really very terrible. So I will repeat what I have mentioned earlier on one more time. Let me remove the previous.
The internet connection is
all right.
really very.
So the sound is okay right now. Am I correct? Today, I will focus more on the analysis for the year 2025 using both Zi Wei Dou Shu and Qimen Dunjia. I also mentioned, right, towards, this year, 2024, right, is coming to an end soon. But the month of October, I have observed a lot of problems occurring in my client's life. And some of my clients have lost their job. Some of my clients have been diagnosed with cancer or diabetes. So overall, 2024 October has not been positive months for many of us. And I will also kind of, explain to you why from a Bazi perspective. So let me quickly open my birth chart and try again, to share the screen. So please pardon me, right? At the time, I may experience technical issues again due to the fact that first of all, the Wi-Fi is not very stable at the hotel, and secondly, my tablet, iPad, right, my iPad, sometimes it just failed to connect properly. I'm trying my best, so please bear with me, all right? Please bear with me. It has been a long time that I didn't come on to live because I have been traveling and also have been taking Jan. Jan currently is having this heart issue, worsening heart issue. So I've been trying my best to do whatever I can to take good care of her during this period. So now I will try to turn on my tablet for those who are interested to know more about the end of 2024 and what will happen to the year 2025. Do stay tuned, okay? I will now share the iPad screen. Hopefully it is working properly. So if at any time you have any comments, please feel free to leave it at the comment section. I hope that this will be an interactive session. So earlier I mentioned, right, the month of October So I see that the internet connection is a little bit jerky, so please pardon me. But October, given that it's Jia Xu, it is clashing with the year 2024 Tai Sui, which is the Jia Chen year. And for those above chart that especially have this Chou, right, this Chou and Wei, right, you will be having this Xing or conflict relationship. Will be that she will be the company that she is working with will be closing, and other client also told me her family members is being diagnosed with cancer, and it is also of a very interesting case of sing metal day master that is overwhelmingly strong. All right. So perhaps I will show you yet another case study. Case study is very important for Bazi learners because it will teach us, a lot of real life implication, right? So Xingchou and Dingyou, right? This client is being diagnosed with diabetes, certainly, right, in the month of October, which is also Jiaxu. If you know Bazi, you can immediately observe there's a lot of negative interaction going on. She will be forming with Chen, right, to form a fire combination formation. Additionally, Xu and Chou will have a Xing, okay, and also we can see that Jia internet is always giving me problem. I'm really sorry. So in the month of October, it will bring a lot of problems to a lot of us. Okay, and if you are someone who like canto pop, right, you should have known of this band called Qimen, right? Qimen, what we call Qimen, or the grasshoppers, right? There's this singer called Cai Yijie, 就是那个 main singers, the main singers of this Chinese or Hong Kong canto pop band called Grasshoppers. This singer, main singer called Cai Yijie is also every time I try to change the screen, the internet connection will kind of pause. So I will write down his birth chart and show you, and why is it that he's having a brain tumor certainly. So this is Cai Yijie. All right, I will write down his name. Okay, so I will share the screen now. Right, Cai Yijie, I believe most of us know who he is, right? The Cao Meng, the lead singer, right? Operation, okay? So if you look at this news, even the 联合早报也有说这个潮门就是这个潮门给你们看一下这个潮门潮门就是那个歌手那个music band 那个Hong Kong band 的潮门，蔡杰去了他的脑瘤录开了那个手术20公分的那个疤所以能够看到这个就是蔡一杰啦，他把他If we took a look at Cai Yijie's birth chart, he's of the Sing Metal Day Master, right? All right. My pen is not working, so I will just use my finger. So he's having this Sing Metal Day Master, and it is sitting on Chou. Likewise, right? This Chou is having a Sing with this Xu, right? And then we can see, right? Xu Chou Wei will form Sing 有一个山形So whenever you have this kind of Xing or Chong or Ke, right, most of the time it will bring about problems such as a lot of my clients have reported to me that the month of October has been extremely difficult. So this is the reason why. Okay. So likewise, also for my teacher, Ajahn Messi, she's also having a worsening heart issue. So I'm doing whatever I can to stay behind in Thailand to look after her, to take care of her daily needs, etc. So really hope that this October will pass very soon, so that all of us will have a better, smoother sailing. All right, moving onwards. But today's and how we are able to look at it from Qimen Dunjia and Zi Wei Dou Shu. So perhaps first of all, I will share with you the date and time of birth for entering spring, all right, from a Bazi perspective, okay? The entering spring, right, for the year 2025 is having such a kind of chart, which is having, first of all, right, all right, let me write it down for you, the entering spring, okay. Right, because as according to the internet, the entering spring right will be but the 2025 February the date has it crossed over to be the new zodiac yet? So let me double check for you guys, right? Take all this as learning. How you derive the development of a year, right? You can look at it from the the entering spring chart. So what happened is that, right, the entering spring chart will give you this chart, which is of the 2025, the and followed by Kui Mao. Right, you will have this formation, and then the time, right, it will be about 10 p.m., 10 plus p.m. So that will be under the hour of Kui High. Okay, so we will plot a Zi Wei Dou Shu birth chart using this formation. Okay, so I perhaps I will not share screen anymore because once I share screen, right, the whole screen will just pause, right? I will just try to share with you, using my tablet, by showing you the tablet, right? I'm sorry because I'm not in Singapore right now, and the hotel internet connection is really very terrible. But I will still want to keep in touch with you guys and continue to share with you the Bazi information or knowledge, so that all of us will also be able to tell, right, what will happen in the year 2025. Okay, so this is the Zi Wei Dou Shu chart. Not sure if you can see. Guess I have no choice but to share screen. All right, so please bear with me. Please bear with me. Okay. Are you able to? All right, let me connect it again. All right, the connection is really super slow. So all right, so now you can see this is the chart, the Zi Wei Dou Shu chart for the year 2025. All right, using the entering spring date and time to plot the Zi Wei Dou Shu chart. We can see that in the year 2025, we have Wu Qu, right, which is Wu Qu is here. And then you can see my mouth is hovering over this domain, which represents the main characteristics of the Zi Wei Dou Shu main characteristics of the year 2025. Wu Qu being paired with Qi Sha at a dark position. And that is a very strong signal that the year 2025 will not do well in terms of financial development. Will there be economic crisis? I will say the chances are high. If you look at the wealth domain for this chart, right, 2025 chart, right, let me try to move the move the mouse over. I try to bring it over. Not sure. Okay, if you can see, all right, this let me try to minimize this. The wealth domain is here, all right? It is somewhere here. It is also having Tanang Lianzhen at a dark position. And all this would actually signal the possibility of financial crisis. Okay, so it is not going to be a year whereby, in terms of the financial development of the world, it is not going to be very positive, right? And then we can also see in terms of the government, all right? Government is of the various countries or people who lead the world, all right, is being represented by this Taiyang star here, but it is being occupied by Qingyang. So a lot of world leaders, they will take a very confrontational approach towards one another. So now we have all right, the tablet is disconnected again. I'm really sorry. Like a lot of world leaders will go into wars with different nations. Like now, North Korea have already taken part in the Russia Ukraine war. So will this kind of wars escalate in the year 2000? On the tablet again. Uh, Really terrible connection, so please pardon me, okay? Domain, all right, which is the health domain. It is being paired with Tai Yin Hua Ji. So it also signals the possibility of another round of pandemic or any kind of diseases that will spread right globally, because having the health domain being paired with a negativity enhancer star called Hua Ji, it is going to bring about global disease. But will this be a very major one? I will say it will not be as serious as that, like the COVID-19. But yet, having Hua Ji at the health domain, there will be another round of pandemic Huake is actually at the career domain, being paired with Zi Wei and Paul Jun. It means that in terms of technology, any kind of industry that is related to technology, because Paul Jun is related to any industry that is very avant-garde, very advanced, very groundbreaking, right? Being paired with Zi Wei, it means that all these kind of very creative industry will continue to do very well in the year 2025. So if you do want to set up a business, 2025 is actually a good year to do so, because we have Zi Wei Star, Hua Ke, who have the desire to start your own business. You can actually do so. And in fact, right, in the beginning of the year 2024, I have already predicted that throughout the whole year 2024, there will be major layoffs. A lot of major companies throughout the world will have a massive retrenchment exercise. So it has come true. It has already come true in many different big organizations like Google, Facebook, Amazon, even many major companies throughout the world are already retrenched. A lot of floodings and extreme weather conditions will be affecting many different countries, and this has also taken place. And another very interesting event that is going to take place right in the month of November, of course, is the U.S. election. I have already made a prediction regarding who is going to win. My take is that Kamala Harris, right, will stand a higher chance, whereby if just in case, right, because human factors will still play a part, if just in case, because US election, anything can happen. As the president of the United States. Okay, so it's not going to be a smooth ride for Donald Trump at all. But if Kamala Harris is to win, will it be an easy task for him? Initially, it will not be easy, because in the year 2025, Tai Ying is being paired with Hua Ji. So as a female leader, the first year that he take on the position as the president, she will also encounter many different challenges and issues. But slowly, eventually, she will be okay, right? Because God, it means that in the year 2025, he will be more comfortable in the governance, this role of governing US, also governing as the world leader. But, I still think that, right, in terms of the overall development for the future, Donald Trump's best years are already over, right? If you are to look at it from a Zi Wei Dou Shu perspective, from a Bazi perspective, and also from a nine flying star perspective, you can look at the previous prediction that I have made for Donald Trump, all right, and when he holds the office. But Kamala Harris will actually be a better candidate, or from an astrological perspective, Kamala Harris will actually do better, right, as a president. So yes, all these are actually also shown, right, in the year 2025, right, that it is going to be a year that there will be new changes in the world order, given that what we call the Qi Shu Wei, because the career domain is always being referred to as the Qi Shu Wei, all right, for in terms of Zi Wei Dou Shu. Now, of course, right, I also want to show you the Qimen Dunjia chart. So let me first of all plot for you the Qimen Dunjia chart for the year 2025. All right. I also have to first of all, right, let you know, right, the school of Qimen Dunjia that I use is not the traditional or the normal type. I use the type that is under the Hua Zi Wei Dou Shu, different domains within. So it is not something that is commonly known to Qimen Dunjia practitioners, but nonetheless, it is a very accurate form of prediction also. So perhaps I will first right plot the charts, right, for the year 2025 for you using Qimen Dunjia. Okay. So I will turn on the tablet again. Please bear with me, all right? Because normal school of Qimen Dunjia, all right? So don't be confused. This school will consist of different domains, right? That is derived from Qimen, what we call the, Zi Wei Dou Shu, all right? So in terms of the year 2025, we will have the Ming at this area. And then we will have the Yun, right, which is at this area. Hi, so I will simply give up using the hotel's Wi-Fi because it is very terrible. So I will just simply use my hotspot, right, on my phone. But I will let you take a look at the Qimen Dunjia chart for the year 2025 first. Hopefully you are able to see. I believe this is an easier way for me to communicate with you without the internet always disconnecting. So first of all, we have the mean here, right? At this is called what we call the Xun Gua, right? Xun Gua at this domain called Xun Gua. It is of the wood element. Xun Gua is of the wood element, and then we have this Yun here. Yun, it is at the this is called the what we call the uh, 艮卦 or 坎卦. 坎卦 is of the metal element. So in fact, right, this metal element, right, will actually affect this 巽卦, right? Given that metal will kind of clashing with the wood element. So the year 2025 straight away can tell you that it's not going to be a smooth sailing for many of us. And then this number 7 here, number 7 is actually of the Porjun. Porjun is usually a star that is related to, illegal activities. So the world will continue to see a lot of illegal issues or things that are occurring law according to law. First of all, of course, warfare is often about doing things illegally, like you are murdering a lot of civilians, a lot of destroying a lot of buildings in other people's country, and all these actually represented by this 7 called Paul Jun. Paul Jun is also a military star. So the year 2025, if we look at it from a Qimen Dunjia perspective or Huashan Pai Qimen Dunjia perspective, it is not going to be a peaceful year. It is a year that will be filled with military conflicts. And we can also see Paul Shui star, which is right here. right? It is influencing this domain. So a lot of countries may actually face very chaotic development, especially those countries who are under, military kind of conflicts. A lot of things will be destroyed, right, in such countries. And if we look at the yun, it is at the yi bai, right, yun, which is yi bai, which will affect the ming, right, which represents the year 2025, is likewise having the bing fu. Likewise, right, similar to the Zi Wei Dou Shu charts that I plotted earlier on. Bing fu is a star that will bring about illness. And likewise for the Zi Wei Dou Shu charts that I have shown you earlier on, the health domain for the entering spring date and time is also having a negativity enhancer star at the health domain. So it is still going to be a year that will see global health crisis. So really, it's not going to be a very positive year in the year 2025, right? And then this French domain, which plotted as according to the year 2025 entering spring date and time of birth, this French domain, which represents international relationship, is having this Gou Chen and Guan Fu. All these are signs of disputes and conflicts. Guan Fu, of course, if you look at it in terms of the star characteristics, is often related to legal problems, legal disputes. So, for example, we already witnessing a lot of disputes in the South China Sea. You know, Philippines are always in conflicts with China, and Taiwan is also right. Trying to although trying to keep to their own kind of independence as a nation, but China is always kind of very aggressive recently in terms of their military operation, dropping bombs, nearby the Taiwan Islands. And in terms of this star called what we call the Gou Chen, this Gou Chen is also meaning is representing a sense of fear, a sense of bloodshed. And also it also means unpredictability. So a lot of unpredicted disasters, man-made disasters, right, will occur in the year 2025, bringing about fears and a lot of bloodshed in the year 2025. Okay, so it's really not so positive year in the year 2025, right? A lot of us thought that 2024 is already chaotic enough. I'm not trying to scare you all, but 2025 will be worse, all right, will be worse due to the fact that Yi Shi is also a year that is strong in the fire. We are currently at the Li Gua Jiu Yun, which is also extremely strong in the fire element. And if you look at the property domain, right, the property domain represented by this D here is having the Wu Wang, right? Wu Wang, which is the 5 yellow star, being paired with this property domain, also means that property development, in terms of the availability, for example, right, may continue to be like, property in many countries will continue to have the supply and demand issue, supply and demand problems, or houses are becoming too expensive for people to purchase, etc., etc. All right. So I really hope all of us will be mentally prepared. All right. From this month, October 2025 onwards, right, and moving ahead, right, to the year 2025, it is not going to be easy and not going to be a smooth ride for many of us, especially for people whose birth charts fear the fire element, right? Because the year 2025 is of the Yi Shi. Shi is of a fire element. But strangely, this Shi is also very changeable in the sense that Shi Wu Wei will form a fire combination formation, Shi You Chou will form a metal combination formation, and then Shi Shen will form a water combination formation. So you will have these water, metal, and fire elements continuously, fluctuating at different months throughout the whole year. So this year, 2025, is going to be extremely chaotic. A lot of unexpected changes will take place. A lot of people will continue to, face issues like retrenchment, or suddenly experiencing very unexpected illnesses, all right, throughout the year 2025. So hopefully all of us will continue to stay optimistic, all right, do whatever we can, right, in the year 2025. So, of course, we can touch on some of the main points related to Shen Kong Flying Star also, because we often need to overcome the Shen Kong Flying Star in the year 2025 in order to give us a better chance or better developments, right? The one 100贪狼星, right? The first the number one star in terms of Shen Kong Flying Star is at the south east in the year 2025, right? So this area will actually be positive for us to put some water feature over there, or put some water plants, or even to grow some flowers, live flowers, right, in the south east, right, southeast in the year 2025. That will help us in terms of interpersonal relationship, improves our aspects related to romance, etc., etc. Okay. And if you don't want to place flowers, you can simply place a music box, right, next to a glass of water, right, or a mini water fountain over there. That will be good enough also to help you in terms of interpersonal relationship. And the next star we have to look at is the Xiao Bing Wei, which is called the two black illness star. It is it has fallen into the central area. So whatever office or houses you are staying, the central area of the house, it is best to hand there 8 pieces of imperial ancient coins. I'm not selling those imperial ancient coins. You guys can find it in the kind of Feng Shui shops, right? Or place some kind of metallic objects, right, at the center area of the house, right? That will be able to help you to lower the chances of falling into illness, falling sick, or getting yourself involved with all kinds of interpersonal disputes or legal problems. All right, try not to have the kind of very hot, kind of electrical appliances that is heat generating. Right, if you place electronic appliances that is heat generating right at the center area of the house, it will also bring about health issues or even legal issues, right? The third star, right, which we have to look at, right, in the year 2025 is the star called Zhen Cao Wei. It is a star that is called Sanbi Lu Chun Xing. It is of the wood element, and having this Sanbi Lu Chun Xing, unless your job requires you to talk a lot with people, argue with people, that is bad, right? To put something that's of pink color or purple color in that area to overcome this wood energy that is representing quarreling or interpersonal disputes, etc., etc. Right? It is located at the northwest, right? Northwest. So it also means, right, next year, a lot of governmental hates, right, especially those male genders, right, will face a lot of political conflicts, right? For example, in Singapore, let's say, right, currently some of the major issues that are happening is between Li Xianyang and Li Xiandong, right, about this Oxley Road saga, right? So perhaps this is quite an interesting case study also. Perhaps we can also look at it, right? I will plot Li Xianyang's chart and kind of try to explain to you what is actually happening in their life, right? Because Li Xianyang doesn't seem to want to give up, right? He continues to claim that Mr. Lee Kuan Yew has passed down the will, right? That the 38 Austin Road, the house, should be torn down, right? After Mr. Lee Kuan Yew has passed away, right? He claimed that that is part of his will, but of course, you know, um, Li Xianlong actually has claim that, right, that is not true, right? That is not true. So who is right and who is wrong, I'm not here to comment. I'm just looking at their Bazi charts and trying to show you from an astrological perspective, right, how would be the outcome. Okay, but this is really just for educational purposes. I have no intention of influencing the political decision making of any countries or jurisdictional system of any countries. Of course, I don't have Li Xianyang's birth chart, but Li Xianyang is actually born of Zi Earth Day Master sitting on high. And then the month of birth is of Zi You, and the year of birth is of Ding You. And his is of a weak day master of Zi. And currently his decade trend is actually having this rainwater. So it is not auspicious for Li Xianyang to continue to challenge, right? He will not be able to win this case, right, from an astrological perspective. So how about the future? Yes, for the next 3 years, he may actually be able to gather or some support, right, for his cause, but it will not be long lasting. Right, I will say that it will not be long lasting. After 2028, right, this situation would kind of come to a close, right, and then uh the Oxley house should continue to stay, right, from what I see, right, because if you look at Li Xianyang's chart, currently his decade trend is no good for him, right. His decade trend is at this Ren Yin, right, which is his wealth and authority, and given that his is a weekday master of Zi Earth, this wealth and authority trend, right, which is represented by this Ren Yin, it will actually bring about the negative, right? The adverse development. And for his future, likewise, not so positive. Xing Chou is kind of like he's eating God, and Chou and You will form a combination formation of metal. So I will say all the way to his late years, all the way to his 80s or 90s, Li Xianyang may not be able to win this case, right? Regardless whatever he claims, I'm not here to judge, right, who is right or who is wrong, because uh this kind of thing is very complicated. But I'm just telling you from an astrological perspective, Li Xianyang will not win, right? In the long run, he will not win because he doesn't have the authority, the decade trend that will bring about authority. And that is very necessary when you want to win a legal case. So Li Xianyang will not win, okay? That's my take on this. But in terms of the overall development, right, in the year 2025, most of the new gender politicians will have a lot of conflicts in the parliament. So, for example, it already taken place, right, in terms of now, right, like people like Pritam Singh is being sued for lying in the parliament, right? That one is also quite interesting. Perhaps you also look at Pritam Singh's chart. Right. Pritam Singh chart is actually, of course, I don't have his time of birth, but it's of a Bing Fire Day Master. And it's a very dry chart, right? A Bing Fire sitting on Xu, which is a dry earth. The year, I mean, the month of birth is of Yi Wei, which is very dry also. And this Chen here, all right, are having a Bing Fire on top. So he's having a very dry chart. And the next 3 years is strong in the fire element, as all of us know. So will it bring about negative development for his career? I will say in the short term, yes, but not in the long term. Because after 2028, he will continue to have very positive development in terms of career as well. So this saga, Pritam Singh's, issue, right, being accused of lying in the parliament, will only affect him in the short run. He still have a very positive future ahead. But of course, I'm not here to influence any jurisdictional outcome or political, judgment, right? I'm just telling, right, telling my viewers, right, from an educational point of view, right, learning about what do we see, right? Because he's a very dry chart, his current decade trend is still very positive, right? It's still very positive, right? 根子. But the next 3 years, because he is strong in the fire element, so this problem will only affect him in the short run. It's not going to cause him a downfall permanently. He will not, you will not see Pritam Singh completely disappear, right, from the political scene of Singapore. So that's my take on it. But likewise, as I mentioned, the year 2025, we will see a lot of politicians quarreling with each other, fighting with each other over nothing. So I will want to remind all of us, right, politicians ultimately should be there to serve the people, not just to be in the parliament to sue one another, to quarrel with one another. That's pointless, right? Ultimately, please remember to care about the livelihood of the people. And perhaps we also can look at Raisa Khan's Raisa Khan's chart. The you know, the girl who was, you know, the previous MP who was being accused of lying. I do have her time of birth. So I will just plot her Bazi chart without I mean, I do have her date of birth, so just let me double check. 1993 November, all right, November the 1st, right? Born in the November. Is it? All right, it's not stated online. But I thought previously I have her date of birth. But never mind. All right, perhaps I will do more research on her first. All right, he's born on the 10th of November. So let's take a look at Raisa's Khan's birth chart. 1993, year 1993, November the 10th. Of course, I don't have her time of birth. So let's look at her birth chart. Why is it that she's, you know, going through all these kind of like very negative development in life, right, since the year 2022, all right? I'm not sure the internet is telling me the correct birth time, but if you can see from her chart, she is very likely to be strong Yiwu Day Master. And for the last few years, if you look at the development, right, especially from 2022 onwards, right, it is of Ren Yin year, and then followed by this Kui Mao year, which is very strong in the wood element. That is the reason why, you know, this whole saga has been kind of, you know, bringing about great challenges to her, right, as a person, right? I'm just looking at her as a person, right? Regardless of what she has done, I believe the laws in Singapore will, you know, have a fair outcome. But looking at her as a person alone, right, she's definitely going through a negative period of time due to the fact that the last 2 years is strong in the wood element, Ren Yin, right? First of all, Ren Yin. Ren Yin here, followed by Kui Mao, right? This year is also of Jia Chen, the having a wood heavenly stamp sitting on Chen. So next year, the Yi Wood is also at the heavenly stamp. So this negative period for Rasa Khan, right, the previous Workers' Party MP, will only end towards the second half of the year 2025. And you know, I just hope that, right, after that, she will be able to, you know, at least have some time, right, to you know, get over this whole episode. Actually, come to think of it, it's kind of it's not, I mean, perhaps she started with a good intention, you know, wanting to protect women's right, but as an MP, it is necessary for you to substantiate your claims, whatever it may be. So you must provide evidence, right, to your claims, right? So unfortunately, I will not say that she is actually a clever person, because Yi Wood, right, having too much resource factor as the water, having too Kui water and a high water, right? There's no output factor at all, no eating God and hurting officer. So I don't know why, right? She was being chosen as the MP, but really she's not a very strict or not a very clever politician. All right, in my own personal opinion, what she did was not kind of politically right or politically correct, because whatever you say in the parliament, you must substantiate it with evidence. All right, so but that is my take on all these major issues now happening in the Singapore parliament. Of course, we all have to wait and see, but the year 2025 will not be smooth, will not be peaceful, right? Li Xianyang will continue to try to challenge the government's decision, right, to keep the OSD, 38 OSD, you know, this building. This fight will continue. It will not end anytime soon, all right? And but Li Xianyang is not likely to win this case, right? Eventually, he will still, because he doesn't have the luck. He doesn't have the positive decade trend in his life. And Pritam Singh, this will affect him temporarily, just a short term, but you will not see him disappear from the political scene, right, in the long run, all right? But of course, right, today's topic is really about 2025, okay? So from Qimen Dunjia, what can you tell, right? from the year 2025, right? For actually, just now I also mentioned about the flying star, right? Perhaps I will just finish talking about the flying star first, right? The year 2025. And other negative flying star that you have to take note of is falling into the northeast, all right, of the wherever you are at, right? Northeast is at having the 5 yellow star, another illness star. So it's best to put 6 imperial ancient coins at the northeast in the year 2025. And then the 6th star, which is the indirect wealth direction, it has fallen into the southern direction. So make sure that you use this area to enhance your indirect wealth. The 7th, which is called Paul Jun, right, which I mentioned, is not really a positive star, is at the north. So the law, right, you also need to overcome it, right? Perhaps you can place some water elements there, water feature there, like a mini water fountain, because fortune is of a metal element. And then followed by the 8th star, which is the direct well star. The direct well star is of the southwest. So, for example, you are working for someone, you can choose the southwest of your house to do your work from home activities, or at your office, try to sit at the and we have star called Zi Wei Dou Shu, which is a positive star representing happy events. It has fallen into the east. So use the east, right, positively, and you'll be able to bring positive developments in your life. Because this is a dominant star, we are now at Li Gua Zhou Yun, the 9th period. So the east, right, actually is quite a positive direction in the year 2025. But of course, right, if you are willing to look at your kind of like heavenly stamps, right, or day master to judge whether you will have a positive development in the year 2025, you will still have to look at your day master strength. So whatever those so-called themselves Feng Shui practitioners, right, you are animals, so whatever animal soul date and what will happen in the year 2025, don't listen to it, don't believe it 100%, because the animal soul date will only affect our birth chart about 15%, right? No more than 15%. Okay, 1-5, right? As in 1-5, right? So ultimately, those day master that is of the strong water element, like strong Kui fire and strong Ren water, your wealth will be good in the year 2025. And those are people who have a strong Bing fire and Ding fire in the year 2025, you will have to face financial difficulties. So you must try to avoid gambling, try to avoid risky investment, etc. Right? Avoid lending money to other people. It may not return to you eventually. Okay. Those people who have a weak Wu Earth and Zi Earth, they master the year 2025, you generally be positive. Means that you have noble people in life helping you, giving you positive opportunities in career development, financial opportunities, etc., etc. But you have to be careful because Shi is an element that will combine with You and Chou to form metal element. If you are weak Wu Earth, they master, or weak Zi Earth, they master, and somehow there is also Shi Yo, or this sun, right? Sun will form water combination formation. So that will actually translate to financial problems. So still, you must look at your entire birth charts to tell, okay? You cannot jump to a conclusion like you are a roaster element, then you will do well, or your horse sold it, then you will do well. It doesn't work that way, right? Authentic Bazi analysis will always require you to have your date and time of birth, okay, to be honest. So whatever those Feng Shui practitioners are telling you, you are of the roaster zodiac, buy this crystal, you are of ox zodiacs, buy these necklace, whatever. Those are just trying to sell you Feng Shui items, right? Which I don't think is very ethical, right? Because you basically cannot tell what is auspicious for you basing on your year of birth. It will not work that way. It will not work that way. Okay, so don't believe those kind of like very cunning kind of selling tactics. Okay, it's very popular in Singapore. Okay, so yes, so a lot of things that I want to teach you. For example, how to use the Huashan Pai Qimen Dunjia, right? Which is this kind of Qimen Dunjia is very different from the type of Qimen Dunjia you see, right? The conventional type. This is a secretive method that not many people know, right? This style of Qimen Dunjia actually incorporated these are 悬空飞星 flying star, and also 紫微斗数. You can see that for example, next year 2025, the 5-year flying star is actually at this property domain. And also at this spouse domain also means that, right, in the year 2025, a lot of people will get into emotional problems or divorce, or quarreling with their spouse, etc. A lot of love relationship problem, right? So we can also see that the Ming Gong, right, which represents 2025, is having the 7, which is a military destroyer star. 7 is the Po Jun. So a lot of military operations will take place in the year 2025. Like, for example, China will start to attack Taiwan. The Middle East will continue to have a lot of unrest. Different religious groups will have wars with one another. North Korea will join the wars in Russia and Ukraine, continue to escalate their military operations and conflicts. So it's going to be another chaotic year, right? I'm sorry to say that, but that is the truth, right? We all have to be very cautious. All right. So likewise, I also mentioned that health domain, right, is having this 病符星. So there will be another round of global health crisis in the year 2025. Okay. So what other things that I can see? In terms of the Tai Yin, yeah, right. Because if you look at the Kun is here, right? 4 is off. All right. In terms of traveling, right, tourism, will it bring back a kind of recovery in the year 2025? I would say there will be a slight recovery because 6 is also a well star. So tourism and traveling will see an improvement in the year 2025, right? What are the things that we can see? Perhaps if you all have any questions, do feel free to leave it in the comments. I will kind of reply you later on. I know today is Thursday night, so not many people come on to live to watch, but it's okay. If you don't have any comments or don't have any questions, I will try my best to keep back to the schedule of coming on to live on Thursday evening. Sometimes I'll be later. I will come on live later a little bit because I'm talking to my clients. Some of them like to call me for consultation, etc. So I may come on to live a little bit later. But I will try to still come on to live Thursday evening or Sunday evening, or if there are any other things that I want to share with you guys, I will just come on to live anytime. All right. So in the future, I will teach you all more on this secret style or called Huashan Qimen Dunjia, which is not available, right? Such information is not available, right? In the public, right? Yet. So I also mentioned, right, this style of Qimen Dunjia incorporate the Zi Wei Dou Shu within, because you can see the spouse domain, the children's domain, the wealth domain is all here, right? For example, it's the same as Zi Wei Dou Shu,福德宫、田宅宫、官禄宫运命还有这个迁移宫，全部都跟紫微斗数一样啊。所以这个华善派的奇门遁甲也是跟九宫飞星就是那些九宫飞星5号1号9号100桃花星九紫星右比星武王星等等都有一个关系的所以以后我会继续的教大家了那今天可能就说到这里了，因为那个 internet connection 也是不是说很好。那我看希望早一点或者换一个新的酒店的时候呢，能够找到一个比较internet connection 比较好的一个酒店，然后再跟大家做一个直播了，好不好？或者我去换一个data plan 然后再跟大家做一个直播。所以嘛，很多东西想跟大家分享可是因为 technical issue 不能够很 holistically 跟大家分享。可是我会慢慢去跟大家介绍好像怎么样用这个华山派的奇门遁甲还有紫微斗数八字怎么去算以后我们的未来那谢谢今天你们的观看Thank you very much for watching. So in the subsequent videos, I will continue to share with you different knowledge related to 奇门遁甲紫微斗数 etc. Hopefully, I will get a better internet connection when I change hotel or when I change my data plan. Okay, so wishing you a good night. Because I believe tomorrow is Deepavali, so wishing you a happy Deepavali also. Hopefully you all be blessed, And also, just want to inform all of you that I will still be continue to stay in Thailand for a while, likely for another 2 to 3 weeks to take care my teacher Ajahn Messi, and also to help her just to be there for her, right, in terms in case her heart condition get worse. So do pray for her also. Hopefully she'll be able to recover soon from this heart condition. And thank you all of you for helping her during this period in terms of the sponsorship for her medical expenses. And likewise, tomorrow is an auspicious day, is the Deepavali. If any one of you want to perform the auspicious ritual, such as the Buddha statue adoption，就是供佛祭的这个仪式，也是可以参加哈。佛庙是有举行这个Buddha statue adoption 的这个 ritual， 是一个很好的帮助我们因果的一个 ritual 来的。所以嘛，如果你们大家有希望知道得到更加多的资料，就可以 WhatsApp 我了，好不好？我的 WhatsApp 就是那个98是111999818199 ，that is my number. So I will see you guys in the next live video. Thank you very much for watching and have a good night. Bye bye.